A step back to my concept earlier, in which it was not possible to auto-stop a cue after it is over. So I had to find a way to stop the MP3 player, and the idea was to put a silence track between each music you use. So you hear the music, and when it's over, the next track starts, but this track is 1 hour of silence, so you don't hear anything. And the button you push is the fast forward button, so the next track button, so you jump from the silence in the next hearable track. That was how I did it before. Apps could do that. Go button just fires the next track if you push the button, and of course the next one is hearable. It has the auto-stop function, but if you're wrong at any time, you fire the next track, so you hear it. So I, again, put between any hearable track, just for security, a silence track, but it don't have to have an hour, 2 seconds are enough, because you have the auto-stop function. But if you are wrong and push the button, then you jump to the next 2-second silent track, and you don't hear it, and it stops. So this is the way I can handle that, because normally I have my iPhone with a whole app on the body, and the remote too, so I never can lose the Bluetooth connection, because they are always only 20 centimeters or 50 centimeters away apart from each other. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. If you have any questions to that, just mail me to Axel Hecklau, mail@axelhecklau.com. But we have here a question. It's much easier.
So what we were hearing today was strictly from that old.
Yes.
So yeah. So I just want to repeat it because you don't have a microphone on. The sound that we were hearing today was coming from the Bose speaker, and that's live. Now I don't know, because I wasn't here for the tech rehearsal, whether we're also running it through a system for anybody there. Okay. Because that's a great speaker. It's absolutely incredible. Yeah. It seems like it's coming from everywhere. Yeah.
And it was hidden behind a table here.
Yeah.
It was not open. So if you put this into to a bag or something, that's great. That's great. So it's we tried it with the speakers here, but I wanted that you have the impression and that it comes from wherever. So this is really, it's magic. It's true magic. Yes. I have to go through my. Yeah, and at the end, I like to speak about my Tornado newspaper, of course. I just have to figure out that I have nothing forgotten. But I have something forgotten with this speaker. These speakers, of course, are battery-based, and they switch off after a certain time, automatically. And there's another little trick how you can avoid that, because you cannot go into the software of that to avoid that. So I have a track that is exactly, I figured out it switches off after 30 minutes. I have another Bose box, it switches off after 10 minutes. And this is a very short time. Sometimes my show is longer before I need my next music track. So I don't like that it's shut up. So I have a track that is silence. It runs for 25 minutes. And then I have a small, short noise. It's like a, just a, something you don't notice this. But it tells the speaker, oh, there's a news. So it resets the counter. So I can have silence for another half an hour. So I used it today, and I need it because I knew I talk a lot before I need it. I had 3 tracks after each other with auto-follow function. So the app you can decide if the next track automatically is played or is stopped at the end. So I have 3 of these silence tracks with a woo at the end. before I knew I need the next hearable one. So,
Axel, will you say once again the name of the app that you're using?
yeah, the app is called Go Button, and the website is gobuttonapp.com. You find it, but it's only for iOS. It's not available for Android, unfortunately. Yeah, as I researched it, it's only $20. So it's not that expensive. So I recommend to buy it. And you buy two versions of that, the app for the iPad and for the iPhone at the same time. So for the $20 you get both. And we use it in our show, in our weekly show in Berlin every Tuesday, and it's great because we change the show every week, so the technician gets the cues written down in the track list, and it's great. If you like to have the sound sound file with 25 minutes of silence and the woo, you can easily do this by yourself by using application. It's called Outer City. It's for free. You can download this, Outer City. But if you like to have the file, you can email me and you get this together with a checklist. I'm happy to give it to you. Okay, so let's talk about newspapers. Yeah. Okay, let's get rid of this here a little bit. And
Can you run a microphone through the Bose speaker? Is that possible?
oh,
Does it have any?
it has an in, but you cannot do both. You cannot do music and microphone.
Like if you put a microphone in there, it would take over and cancel
but it
out.
doesn't make sense because if you're in an environment where this is big enough, not too small, you can talk without a microphone.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So it's only for living room or something.
Yeah, I could imagine though that maybe there are some street performers that would want something like that, but they'd probably just use it for a microphone anyway. You know?
Yeah.
It will work with an input.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, there is an input, so you can use this.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So first of all, I like to talk. Newsflash, my Torn and Just newspaper. I like to tell you the story behind that. So because it went through many steps of development, and I like to share the thinking behind this now. At the end, I have produced a double DVD how to prepare it and how to perform it and all the variations I came up with. So I cannot do this here all over, of course. You need to see this. But it's very interesting, I think, to see the procedure and the concept. You can judge for yourself if this version works for you or not, what I talk about today here. Okay, the very first version of newspaper of mine was called No Tier Plus. It's an improvement of the Tony Stevens version of not a torn and restored newspaper, but you have single pieces of papers and you make together it to a whole newspaper.